He's staying with Nibali. He can be guided down on the descent, and we are approaching now the very peak of the Sternis test, if only that it comes late on and Sagan decides to go over to the side of the road. Who's going to be brave enough to follow him, Sean?
Well, I think he's looking very impressive when you see a guy.
Oh, and Froome's gone! He's hit the accelerator! Who can go with him? Well, there's plenty that possibly can. The climb's not quite over just yet, and Froome wants to impose himself. This is him badging himself up. He did it yesterday, he was in 6th place. Nibali stays there. So does Contador, and so does Sagan. They're all at hand, and now we crest it. And now we get some respite, and now it's about pace. And Chris Froome just wants to add a little bit more. That was a great display, Sean. If nothing else, that's a marker.
Yes, Chris Froome, as we know, if he feels that he is in good shape, he's going to go in the attack. And Sagan was, just setting a pace, but not really pushing out 100%. And Froome decides just to put a bit of pace in it. We see TJ Van Garderen from BMC very much present there as well, as we can see. Is that Nibali?
No, Nibali's still involved. I think it might well be Aglinsky that's gone off, and there goes Chris Froome in hot pursuit. He does not want to be distanced at a moment such as this, especially as the climb has just gone off. It may well be it is Fuglsang, I beg your pardon, and he's enjoying life too. There is Froome, though. What a performance by him. And that is Greg Van Avermaet. And here comes Sagan. The big danger hurls himself in, and look at his aero form as well as he goes over the sleeping policeman. And Sagan hits the front, and he's not to be denied with 4 kilometres to go. Sagan wants a piece of this day, and surely this descent, he's in a happy place. Look at the ground he's making up. This is free energy, Sean.
Yes, well, he is defending at a very fast rate, and as we said, this is a real fast descent. And Sagan, I think he just wants to keep as much pace as possible without putting in too much of an effort on the descent, not to allow some of the other riders to get back in here. And he's looking very confident. The way he came to the front on the climb and started setting the pace, and when Chris Froome made the attack, he had no difficulty in following.
Well, the great advantage he's got is that he may well be allowed his head today, courtesy of the fact that he is clearly the quickest man who is out here. Fuglsang will probably argue with that. Terrific corner taken by Peter Sagan. He's a master of bike handling, don't forget, in tight situations, and he's got plenty of those. 3 kilometres to go. He may well have had to go a bit longer than he had hoped for. Greg Van Avermaet is, don't forget, in the frame. He's in P4 at the moment, wearing the red and black of BMC, and they're all starting to look at each other. Fuglsang doesn't want to pick it up, and likewise, they're spinning off here, Sean, and making their attacks.
Yes, well, of course, I stand with Fuglsang once again going in the attack, and Van Avermaet reacting here, and we can see from BMC, TJ Van Garderen also very much to the front.
So Fuglsang versus Van Avermaet, 2.5 kilometres to go. This will be disappearing before you know it. They're running out of road, and Sagan does not want to pick it up. Doesn't want to pick it up at all. A lot of Belisol are getting involved here. They're also having a big old dig to try and join the fun. Well, Jurgen Rollins was up there a little while ago, but 2.3 to go, and it's still very much all together. And indeed, it is Van den Broek for Lotto Belisol in 3rd place there into the red. Sky also here, and so is Peter Sagan. It's a game of cat and mouse. It's going to come down to a sprint, Sean, but how select is this?
Well, very select, as we can see here, a group of 20 riders about, and there's going to be more of attacks, and an AG2R rider going in the attack at the moment.
Yeah, just can't help himself, and does so. It is Romain Bardet that's kicked off and is trying to have some fun. He is a GC contender, don't forget, and a young man, and maybe as young men do, not giving the older boys it's sufficient respect. There is Sagan. He still doesn't want to light it up. Now this shows he's probably got something in reserve. I don't think this is a worried man. I think this is a powerhouse, and oh, what a kickoff that is. And how about that? Nibali, the Italian champion, goes for it. Oh, he's going long, and this could be beautiful as well. 1.8 kilometres to go. A man who's been reduced to tears by the criticism of his own team, and they're letting him go. Well, if they give him this amount of leash, Sean, he could well end up hanging them all.
Yes, well, we can see here just a little bit of marking here, looking at each other, and all the time Nibali is pulling out here, as we can see one of his teammates coming to the front to obstruct the riders on the front and slow things down.
Vincenzo Nibali could go into yellow, and if he does so, he's going to hold it for a number of days, because right now he's got a bit of a gap. Sagan, it may well be crumbling through his fingers as if he's grabbed dry sand here. It'll come to nothing, and that will be his only prize, I'm afraid. But look at this. Nibali has absolutely gone. The man who won the Giro and then declared himself going for the Tour de France this year, and they're still sitting up, and this is danger for them, but glory potentially for Nibali here.
Yes, we can see here just another little bit of tactics being played, all looking about. We can see Lotto Bellarsol, it was Johan van der Broek who was setting the pace. Of course, with Tony Galopin there, they're expecting him to do something in the sprint, but it looks like that Nibali is going to go all the way here because he has pulled out a very, very strong advantage.
He has pulled out a mighty advantage. I'm just trying to see which Sky Rider it is. I think it might be Geraint Thomas that's pushing on here, but Nibali hugging the barriers. 800 metres to go. Can possibly the Giro champion suddenly turn himself, I should have said of old. Last year indeed, he carried the burden of that victory to his team. They've been very vocal in criticism of the man, but he is a great man, and they're suddenly realising that time is what it's all about. And Froome lights it up, trying to close down a little bit of a gap here, but it's Nibali out front, and everyone else is going to be licking their wounds. 450 metres to go. It's still not all over, but still the sprinters don't want to go for this, and if they don't, who is possibly going to do it? Nibali, after over 5 hours in the saddle, hugs the barriers. Well, they're going to be mobbing him. Even his team, they're going to have to eat their words, and he's going to shove them right back down their throats. This is a man with a lot to prove, not only to himself, not only to the cycling press, but also to the public here, and that's what he's delivering. 200 metres to go, and I think Nibali's going to do it. It's going to be minor places for them. Oh, he's hoping, and so are we. He's a terrific champion of old, and he wants to make the Tour de France his. He might have a gap, but they're on his case. BMC are going to try and close him down. Oh, and he points to the champion of Italy's jersey, and he makes this day his own. Oh, chapeau, Nibali. Well, what about that, Sean? What about that?
Well, tactically, he did a fabulous job. Just, waited there, allow his teammates to go in the attack a little bit earlier, allow the other riders to try the attack. But when Nibali went, it was just a perfect moment. Got